Hello everybody, welcome to the Football News Tribuna channel. Let's get straight to the news. Barcelona are out of the Champions League after a dramatic semi-final against Inter. Hansi Flick's team lost 4-3 in extra time in Milan. The Catalans came close to reaching the final. After a difficult start, Barca managed to come back from 0-2 to 2-2 and even took the lead at 3-2 late in the game. But the closing stages turned into pure drama. Several controversial refereeing decisions proved decisive. Most notably, the referee awarded Inter a penalty after a questionable foul by Lautaro, and later overturned a spot kick for Barcelona after contact on Yamal, ruling the foul occurred outside the box. The decisive goal in the 93rd minute also sparked anger. Replays showed a clear foul on a Barca defender just seconds before Inter scored. After the match, Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick and several players openly criticized the officiating. At the same time, they expressed pride in the team's performance and the level of football shown throughout the match. Despite the elimination, Barca leave the competition with their heads held high. Every 50-50 decision that the ref had, he called it in Inter's favor. Hansi Flick complained bitterly after Barcelona's defeat to Inter. We'll learn from this. It's a learning process. We'll be back here next season. It's fine to feel a little sad today, but on Thursday we'll be fine again. I'm proud of the team's performance. They gave it their best. That's how it is. We're out and we'll try again next year, the Barca coach said. UEFA should look into this referee situation. There are many things I don't understand, Pedri said in his post-match thoughts. This is not the first time this has happened to us with this referee. I agree with Flick. This ref gave them all the 50-50 calls in their favor. In the penalty against Lamine, which was called a foul, the ref didn't give a yellow card to Mkhitaryan, who already had a yellow card. He would have been sent off. We feel destroyed, but we are thinking of the Clásico already, Pedri concludes. Despite the calls that have been made against Barca, the team must take responsibility for not closing the back after taking the lead with less than 2 minutes left in the game. Gerard Martin was absent for the equalizer goal. He was late in competing for the ball and caused the mistake, Ronald Araujo told the media. But in any case, these are not excuses. We must raise our heads and move forward. Araujo, however, took some of the responsibility when he said, "I'm very strong in duels. I should have been better in the third goal. This is football. We have to hold our heads up high and keep moving forward." Still, it's shocking that Araujo can stand there and blame anyone else for the goals Barcelona conceded after he came on, particularly the third and fourth Inter goals. Barca were defensively quite poor, and the worst thing is that their more experienced defensive players struggled to cope. Frenkie de Jong produced a horrible performance, being bullied in midfield and losing out on duels time and again.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
Like him, Ronald Araujo also made a negative impact in the game. The Uruguayan failed to mark Francesco Acerbi for his goal and was ball-watching for Davide Fortesi's winner too. That's why some Barcelona fans on X believe it's time for both De Jong and Araujo to be sold this summer. Here's how a few of them reacted to the performance. One fan, Ben, argued, De Jong and Araujo are good players. Not good enough for what Barca is trying to achieve continentally. Their story at the club should end here. Another, posting as Salmame FCB, didn't hold back. Ter Stegen gone, Araujo gone, De Jong gone, and you have a real team that can compete every year. Get those three ugly twins out. And Walk added, Araujo, Mats and De Jong are the last of the loser regime that must leave. Arsene Wenger has blasted officials for awarding Inter Milan a penalty during their Champions League semi-final clash with Barcelona. During coverage of the game, with Barcelona trailing 2-0, Wenger revealed that he wasn't happy with the decision to award a penalty after the officials took a look at the foul via VAR. He thinks the use of a slow motion with VAR when assessing fouls isn't right. Speaking about the spot kick, the Frenchman said, "I'm highly against these penalties. I'm highly against using slow motions. It's a great tackle in normal pace. Cubarsí is first on the ball. That's what counts for me. It doesn't matter if there's contact. Barcelona went down to a 4-3 loss, 7-6 on aggregate, to Inter Milan in the Champions League semi-final, causing their European dreams to come to an end. Inter scored a late goal to make it 3-3, forcing extra time. On extra time, the hosts would rally to score a goal to break Barca's hearts. However, some coolies on X have started to complain about a potential foul being committed by Denzel Dumfries on Gerard Martin before David Fortesi's winning goal. It seemed like the Dutchman slightly tapped at the Spaniard's ankle before taking the ball away to assist the fourth goal. The referee of VAR, however, did not deem it to be serious enough to give it a look and allowed Inter's goal to stand, causing Barca's elimination from the competition. Even the legendary Ruud Gullit saw the foul and said it during a post-match show. I think that third goal for Inter shouldn't have counted. Antonio Mateo Laos commented on the performance of Polish referee Marciniak in the match against Inter, criticizing both the officials and the VAR. One particularly controversial moment involved a possible handball by Acerbi after Pedri's cross. The midfielder appealed, but neither the referee nor the VAR saw anything punishable. And Marciniak didn't even check the monitor. Laos gave a brief take. Doesn't seem like anything, but UEFA protects these replays a lot. As for the debatable penalty on Cubarsí for his challenge on Lautaro, Mateo said, "Only one camera shows it's a penalty, and that's what VAR is for." Still, he hinted there was no foul. He added, if the referee reviewed the Cubarsí incident, then why didn't he check the possible penalty by Mkhitaryan on Lamine? It was clear penalty for Barcelona as the player touches Lamine Yamal twice, once outside of the box and once inside, which makes Lamine Yamal go down. Lamine Yamal was perhaps unlucky to come out on the losing side as he witnessed Barcelona suffer a 4-3 loss to Inter Milan in the Champions League semi-finals. The Spaniard was really proactive all game long, creating a number of big chances and having some great shots denied by Jan Sommer. He came up short-handed in the end, being able to force a penalty shootout and seeing his side eliminated in the most gutting manner. Yamal simply fell down at the San Siro pitch after the end of the game in despair. He could be seen in a really dejected mood and completely exhausted after working his socks off for 120 minutes. Yamal's Champions League campaign ends with 5 goals and 4 assists in Europe this season. We gave it our all. This year it couldn't be, but we'll be back, don't have any doubt, coolies. We won't stop until we put this club where it deserves to be, at the highest. I will fulfill my promise and bring it to Barcelona. We won't stop until we achieve it. But Sunday is another final and we all need to be together. Visca el Barça, Lamine Yamal wrote on Instagram after the match. After the match, even Inter players approached to show support for Lamine. Alessandro Bastoni, who considered Lamine the best winger in the world, exchanged shirts with him. Rafinha was seen crying uncontrollably after seeing his side lose despite his late goal in the second half. He was consoled by his teammates after a brave performance, but that didn't stop the winger from bawling his eyes out. Gerard Martin, who produced 2 assists, was also in tears after the crushing loss to Inter. This was another episode of Football News Tribuna, bringing you the biggest stories from the world of football that you simply can't afford to miss. Smash that like button, send this video to your football bros, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. And in the comments down below, let us know where you're watching us from. Have a great day, everyone. See you next time.